Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where I give you a wrap up of the whole trading session today. Well, it was a Friday, but definitely not a Friday. It was, in fact, when the stock market investors would have said, thank God it's a Friday, in putting an end to those 3 days of consecutive losses that we've seen on the stock markets today, especially today when the Sensex again has seen a crash of 1,000 odd points in today's trading session. In fact, when you talk about the other highlights, you would see that the Nifty also gave up, crucial levels, not just 18,000, 17,800, 17,700, and there were sharp losses being seen across the board, and this was on the back of nervousness which persisted in the global markets after economic data from the US really stoked fears of aggressive rate hikes coming in, and also losses in IT, financials, oil and gas, autos. All of them were seeing as big drags on the headline indices as well. Talk about the broader markets, the mid and the small cap 100 indices as well. Or both of them tumbled over 2.5% each. So sharp declines coming in beneath the surface too. What about the IPO then? Well, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank shares remained under pressure on the second day of making debut on the stock markets. Muted market debut. It made shares were trading at a discount yesterday, and again today it was not a very good day for the markets and for this newly listed firm as well. Apart from this, the indices, they were down by 1.5% or over 1% each. Also, when you talk about the other factors that were important to track in today's trading session, well, rating agency Fitch earlier this week had cut India's gross domestic growth forecast as well for the current fiscal year to 7%. Saw sharp declines, and that was one factor because of which Indian stock markets also remained under pressure. Ultratech, Infosys, these were the stocks that were seen declining about 4% each in today's trading session. The rupee has seen the worst week in 5 weeks as the yuan eroded the risk sentiments as well. It closed at 79.74 against the dollar. The Bank Nifty index, which witnessed record levels in yesterday's trading session, clearly was seeing some profit bookings taking place at those higher levels. And we did see that. Experts do believe that the index should continue its uptrend once the level of 42,000 is again crossed on the upside as well. Now, apart from this, we did see the experts talking about the kind of expectations they have on the markets going forward from here. So, Rupak Day, who's the senior technical analyst at LKP Securities, he believes that the near term trend still looks a little nervous for the markets. Immediate support is seen at 17,500 for the Nifty, and in case the market slip below that, 17,350 could also be seen. On the higher side, resistance is visible at 17,700 for the markets. Apart from this, Vinod Nair, who's the head of research at Geojit Financial Services, he believes that post the release of the US inflation data, which showed a month on month increase in inflation, the global markets have been pricing in a likelihood of higher and aggressive policy response from the Fed. And that's the trigger because of which globally the markets have turned sour. Also, when you talk about S. Ranganathan, who's the head of research at LKP Securities, he believes that going forward from here, as global investors brace for further interest rate hikes post the US inflation data, the RBI too has its task cut out in India when they meet at the end of this month. And spectacular monsoon in India, coupled with several positive tailwinds, could provide, however, a plethora of investment opportunities in the broader markets, he believes as well. Of course, Nifty was down by 1.7% in today's trading session. That was a big drag. In terms of if you talk about in today's trading session, we did see some of the other highlights as well. Say, for example, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, TCS, top Nifty losers, and they continue to drag in the IT space. The Nifty Bank advanced for the 4 weeks in a row, and that was up 1%. The Nifty Bank hit a record high this week. IndusInd Bank and Federal Bank were among the top gainers. So the banking stocks remain still on the favorable side. In fact, IndusInd Bank and Axis Bank were the only index gainers in today's trading session. The sharpest decline was seen in Tech M, Ultratech, Cement, Infosys, M&M, Nestle, Wipro. These were the big drags, seeing a decline of over 3 and 4% each as well in today's trading session. So that was the overall wrap up of the day. As we move forward, of course, experts will be watching out for how the global markets trade in today's trading session. That will give us an kind of a hint as to how the markets could open on Monday's trading session as well. But definitely, this has been a very very volatile trading session. With that, I wrap up this episode of Markets Today for you. But do stay tuned on Business Today TV, as a whole lot more will be discussed with you in terms of markets and business news. So don't go anywhere and stay put on Business Today TV.